Thank you, sir. All right. Well, you might have heard, but Dak Prescott had a bit of a rough season when it came to turnovers after leading the league in interceptions during the regular season. It was 2 costly turnovers that helped end the Cowboys season against the 49ers in the divisional round. Dak's issues led to many of the questions if he should be the guy in Dallas. To that, Michael Irvin said this on the show yesterday.
I don't want everybody out here to fall into this mix and this mess that y'all perpetuate where everybody's coming in like, you got to get rid of Dak. You got to get rid of Dak. And leave us sitting somewhere in purgatory, somewhere between heaven and hell, without a quarterback for the next 15 years. So y'all can stop this rhetoric and stop this mess because your virus will not get into our computer and get us out of the fight.
Already
we will stay in the fight and we're going to beat up that shit. So stop it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right,
I didn't see that. When was that? Yesterday.
That was yesterday. All right.
Yesterday.
All right.
It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It really is.
My
All right. Well, Keyshawn, I'm going to start with you.
Already in purgatory, but
Exactly, Dan.
Some
exactly.
would say that.
But go ahead, Key.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Key.
All right, Key. Is Dak the Cowboys' long-term solution at quarterback, or do you agree with the playmaker?
I do agree with the playmaker. Now, I don't know if it's 10 years. I know for the next 5 years, he's the quarterback. 10 years, whatever. I'm not going to go that far out. But he is the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys for the next several years in the foreseeable future to the degree. Look, I understand that he doesn't live up to Dan Orlovsky's expectations of what a quarterback's supposed to do. I get all of that. But in the end, let's look at the conference as a whole. Dak Prescott, depending on who you ask, is in the top 3 quarterbacks within that conference right now, depending on who you ask. Yes, he threw 15 interceptions, and a number of those interceptions came in a short period of time, and he didn't play well against the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional game. We all get that. But who else are you going to get? When you look at the conference, let's assume Aaron Rodgers is gone, because I'm assuming he's gone. I'm assuming he's probably a New York Jet or a Raider or something like that. The NFC West, what quarterbacks are in the NFC West? None. Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, we don't know what Matthew Stafford's going to be. And then San Francisco, we don't know what they got. Geno's there, but is Geno going to turn back into a pumpkin? I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Then when you go out and you look at the South, Dan can go be a starting quarterback for all 4 of them teams in the NFC South. They ain't got no quarterbacks. And then you go to the East. You think about it. You go to the East, and I'm talking about you right now, Dan. That's how bad the quarterbacks are. You retired and been retired. You go to the East. Jalen Hurts, a Daniel Jones that had 1 successful year that we think is going to be something. And then you look at Dak Prescott. And then if you go to the North, you got Golf. And then we don't know about Fields. And Kirk Cousins, everybody for the most part has mixed reservations on what Kirk Cousins is. So when you start talking about the conference, how can Dak Prescott fit in there? Where you going to get anything better at?
Well, allow me to retort.
Yeah,
number
ahead.
one, Keyshawn Johnson. When you sit up there and you bring up Matthew Stafford, just as an aside, let me come to Dan Orlovsky's defense here. I mean, he is Super Bowl champion.
He is hurt.
Well, right,
he is banged up.
I understand. I'm just saying he hurt, banged up now, but he got the whole offseason to get better. He is Super Bowl champion. It ain't like we talking about Zach Wilson.
Last week
we ain't talking about Zach Wilson. We are talking about Matthew Stafford. So let's get that up. Okay, he's a Super Bowl champion. That's number 1.
His finger.
Number two, Dan. Number 2, Keyshawn. I think this is the appropriate question that we need to ask about Dak Prescott. Okay, I got you. You brought out NFC teams, NFC quarterbacks. I got it. You got to keep them by default. You got to keep them. I got it.
But you say by default.
All right. I'm saying I'm the one talking.
Billy Bob.
No, it's not by default.
I'm the one saying it.
Your exact words were, "Who else you gonna get?"
Well, that's because everybody keeps saying, go get this dude.
That's the exact definition of settling.
Well, let me say this. Dan, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, Dan. I just want to ask Keyshawn and Keyshawn, the way I look at it about Dak Prescott, I'm not saying you should lose him. I'm not saying you should sign him. I get all of that. But what I would ask Keyshawn Johnson is this. How many quarterbacks out there do you think you could get that can win 2 playoff games in 9 years? I'd say a few. Ooh. I'd say a few. See, that is what this comes down to about Dak Prescott. Now, I'm not saying don't sign him. I understand, because he's not a scrub. He can ball. I get all of that. But he ain't gotten it done. And so what I'm saying to you is he's been there 9 years now. None. He got 2.
9 years.
Has he? I thought it was
7, I think.
Was it 7?
Right? 7.
Really? Oh, yeah. I apologize. I thought, my bad. I could be wrong. I'm sorry. I thought it was 9. I could be
9
wrong.
years.
Let's
long.
damn it, let's say 7. 2 playoff games in 7 years.
Too long.
I think that there are plenty of quarterbacks you can find with the roster that the Dallas Cowboys have had that can win 2 playoff games in 7 years.
He hasn't lived up to his end of the bargain yet. He hasn't.
Yeah.
We can all acknowledge that. But y'all making it seem like this dude is just a throwaway the way y'all position it.
No, we just point out that he ain't get it done.
Oh, man, stop.
We point out that we ain't get it done.
No. Key. All right. So I think we all can agree that the NFL, basically every franchise, chases the championship, right? Like maybe some teams don't necessarily do it as methodically or maniacally as others, but they're all trying to find a quarterback that they think they can win the Super Bowl with, right?
Yes.
So we can't sit there and say, well, we talk about him like he can't even throw. The reality is we talk about him in the sense of, do you believe that he's a quarterback that you can win a Super Bowl with? Do you think that, Key? Like, do you think they can legitimately win a Super Bowl with him?
I think they can, but he needs everybody. I think come to the party.
All right.
He's not a guy. He's not Patrick Mahomes.
Right, Patrick. Maybe by himself, right? Right. Let me ask you this, because you said something. You said you're not going to do 10 years, you do 5 years. I'm cool with that. Nothing in the NFL is long term, whatever. So for the next 5 years, you going to take Dak Prescott's next 5 over Jalen Hurts' next 5?
Ooh.
No! What the hell is the hesitation for, Key? No!
I can't get
Was there a
Jalen Hurts, though.
Did you freeze?
No. We're not asking can you get Jalen Hurts, but you got to go through Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna ask you this: you gonna take his next 5 over Justin Fields' next 5?
I would take it over Justin Fields' next 5. I would, because I don't know what Justin Fields is, dog. I don't know. I don't know. You can't sit here and tell me you know what Justin Fields is, Dan, because he ran around and he did some stuff.
I know what Justin Fields can be, though. I watched last year.
He could be.
I know what he could be. You're gonna take his Dak's next 5 over Justin Fields' next 5?
Yeah, but that's a whole other debate. That's a whole other
Sorry, you ran out of time, Dan.
Yeah, we're running out of time, folks.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I agree with Keyshawn either, but I'm not throwing the paper over my head and looking all disgusted while I'm chilling in Vegas because of that position. I mean, it's not that. I think that Dan is just he's engaging in some histrionics. I don't understand Dan acting that. I'm kind of taking it back.
Next 5 years?
All right, 5 years.
Stop it, man.
First Take is headed to the Super Bowl. Join us live tomorrow through Friday in Old Town Scottsdale. We're on the corner of Brown Avenue and Main Street. Gates open at 6:30 a.m. local time, and there will be tons of special guests, including stars like Tyreek Hill and Trevor Lawrence. Plus, we have giveaways, and it's all free. So come see Stephen A., the Playmaker, and Molly.